So check this out. I dropped my image in Photoshop. I want to crop it by using the crop tool. Set it to 16 by 9, which is a YouTube thumbnail ratio. Make sure I center it just how I like it. Perfect. Hit enter. Now I'm going to take this icon here, which is called the quick select tool, and I want to make sure that this plus icon is selected, and I want to just select my head like this. Now part of my neck was selected, so I want to hit the minus key here and just get rid of that. Get that edge, that jawline there. Great. I'm going to duplicate that by hitting Command or Control J. It's on a separate layer. I'm going to hide that real quick, and now I want to select my whole body here, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Hit the plus icon and then just select all over my body. Make sure I get that pen too. Gonna minus, plus. Okay, good. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of that by hitting Command and Control J. Now I have both this copy and then I have just a head. With the head, I'm going to hit Command or Control T. This allows me to now adjust the size of the head. So I'm going to hold the Shift key and drag up and make my head as big as possible. Oh yeah. Oh man. Okay, good. There's a little rough edge there right there. So I'm just going to take my eraser tool. Make sure I'm on the layer. I'm just going to go and smooth that bit out. Okay. Now to make this even more interesting, I'm going to go ahead and go to this icon here and then go to gradient. And then I'm going to click right here next to gradient, and this is going to pull up all these different presets of colors. So I can just go through and find one that I like. I think green would stand out the most. Let's do something like this. Okay. Hit OK. Now you have different styles. You can do linear, you can do radial, angle, reflected. I kind of like reflected. Here you can change the angle. You can also make it reverse if you want. And scale allows you to adjust how much of that gradient that you see. I'll hit OK. Now that we have a gradient, let's make it even more interesting now by adding some texture to this background. You can do that simply by going to pixabay.com. This is like a free stock site, and type in pattern. This pulls up a bunch of cool patterns that you can choose from. Ideally, you want something that's black and white. So let's just see what we have. This wasn't exactly what I had in mind. So let's type up here and instead go to vector graphics. Let's see, pattern, vector graphics. Here we go. I like this. Good. Let's download this. This size is fine. Download. Okay, if you don't want to prove that you're not a robot, you have to sign up for free. If you want to take the robot test, you have to click on this icon and find all the traffic lights. Okay. Let's see if I pass. Sick. Download. Click and drag it onto your image. Hit enter. Drag this underneath the two cutouts, but in front of the color gradient. Hitting Command T and holding the Shift key allows you to make that larger. I'm going to make it about this size. Good. Hit enter to accept the changes. Now I want to decrease the opacity because I don't want it that evident. That's good. All right, let's add some text by going to the text tool here. I'm going to click here. This makes a new text layer. I'm going to type in what my face says I'm thinking. When I click away, I have my font typed here. This is purple color, if ever I want to change this, I can just go up and click anywhere here. Maybe I want to make this orange or red, but honestly, I think the pink is the most expressive. If I want to change the size, I can do Command Control T again, holding the Shift key. I can orient this to however I want. Great. Hit Enter to accept the changes. Now there's some extra stuff here that I don't really want, like there's this hand here. So what I can do is I can just click on both these layers, holding the Shift key, selecting both of those, go to my Move tool, and clicking down. And then let's also move this text here, and then I'm going to crop it one more time, keeping within the 16:9 ratio. Just going to click and drag this down. Hit Enter. Great, and there's some stuff right here that I want to get rid of. So all I'm going to do is go into this layer, which has it. I'm going to go to my eraser tool, and I'm going to make sure it's small enough so I can right click and adjust the size. Now I'm going to just erase this. Good, so I just made a ridiculous thumbnail by making my head super big, and you can make this even bigger. Let's see what happens if I just make this bigger and kind of tilt it. Okay. All right. Cool, guys. So that's all for this one. I hope you guys have fun with it like I did, and I'll see you in the next video.